How do you feel the media portray the teachers?
I think the media portrays teachers in two quite extreme ways. I think it goes to sort of two different extreme stereotypes. So on the one hand, the media portrays teachers as these selfless angels who, you know, give up everything in their lives to be teachers, and who put the children at work first before their own children, who put work before family, and they're portrayed as these, you know, better than a person possibly could be. That's one portrayal in the media. I think the other portrayal is of people who couldn't decide what to do with their lives, have never really grown up, and ended up being teachers by accident. And I think those two opposite sort of polar extremes, if you like, are the most commonly seen images of teachers in the media. You very rarely get anything that's realistic and somewhere in the middle, which I guess is what most people's lives really are.
Okay. What do you think the stereotypes of teachers are, and why?
Again, I think the stereotypes are polar opposites. I think you've got the stereotype of the teacher who is too liberal, who lets the kids get away with stuff, and when you hear people saying kids today they can get away with so much and schools aren't strict enough, I think there's that stereotype of a teacher. I don't know whether there's ever really existed a teacher like that, but that stereotype of a teacher that doesn't impose order, doesn't impose discipline, and wants to be the friend of the children too much. I think that's one stereotype of a teacher. I think the other stereotype is of a group of people who are largely middle class, largely out of touch with the children they teach, and often unable to meet the needs of those children. And I think that comes across sometimes. So they would be the two stereotypes I would think of.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
How do you feel the media portrays teachers?
So I think currently in the media, teachers are portrayed relatively badly in terms of going on strike, and you know, people are unhappy about the pay that teachers get and that sort of thing when we have such long holidays. So I think mostly the publicity or press around teachers is generally quite negative, actually.
Okay. How do you feel? What do you think the stereotypes of teachers are, and why?
So I think stereotypes of teachers normally studious people who love school and education, and part of the reason is because they've chosen to spend their whole life almost in school and in education. I think sometimes the stereotype, well, for a stereotype of teachers is holidaying, because there are so many holidays and people think that teachers work from 9 to 3 and just for the school day, and they don't work in the holidays or in evenings and weekends, which is not strictly true.
Thank you.
All right.